when looking for a vintage supraphonic, a lot of people are hoping that it's a chrome over brass supraphonic, which was the predecessor, known as a Super Ludwig. And it got me thinking a little bit. Can you really hear the difference between the two in a blind test? So that's exactly what we're going to do in this upcoming Snare Saturday video. What's going on, everybody? Nick Costa here, and in this video it's time to do a blind test to see if you can hear the difference between a chrome over aluminum snare drum and a chrome over brass snare drum. Both drums are going to be the same depth and diameter. They are both made by the same company. They both have the same hoops. This is to see if you really can identify the differences between the two drums. Now, before we dive into this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. That way you're notified of any additional content that I upload to the channel. So one of the drums that is in this test is the Ludwig Supraphonic 5x14, also known as the LM400. This is a seamless chrome over aluminum shell that is outfitted with 10 imperial lugs and triple flange hoops on the top and the bottom. Now, the other drum in this video is a Ludwig chrome over brass 5x14 snare drum. This is model LB400BT. This is a 1.2 millimeter seamless chrome over brass shell. It has 10 double-sided tube lugs and triple flange hoops on the top and the bottom. So in this blind test, you are going to hear both drums in 3 different tunings: a low tuning, a medium tuning, and a high tuning. This is to see if you really can hear those differences between the two drums. And what better way to do that than showing you through 3 different tunings so you really can hear the differences between them. Now, since this is a blind test, can't really identify which drum is which, and while I am playing the drum in each tuning, there is a possibility that it's not going to be the same drum that starts each time. This is really for you to use your ear to see if you can hear that difference. So let's go ahead and get started with this blind test. But rather than me just playing with a blank screen, which would be super boring, here is a bunch of royalty-free B-roll. Okay, so you've had the chance to hear both drums in 3 different tunings. If you haven't done so already, feel free to leave which drum you thought was which in the comment section below, rather than, scrubbing to the end of this video and just seeing when I identify which drum is which. But if you are unsure and you want to hear these drums again, let's do this blind test again, and let's cue some more royalty-free B-roll. Okay, so you've had the opportunity to hear both drums through 3 different tunings 2 times. It's now time to identify which drum is which, but rather than me just telling you, I'm going to show you the video that goes along with the audio you just heard. It's time to see if you were right. Were the assumptions that you might have had for each drum aligning with what you heard? Or were you thrown off a little bit and had the drums reversed? Either way, I would love to get your feedback on what you thought and if you were right or not. So make sure that you leave that in the comment section below, letting me know. Also, if you have any other additional questions, maybe how I tuned each drum, the gear that I am playing in this video, or anything else, feel free to leave that in the comment section as well, and I will try my best to answer them. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see the earlier Snare Saturday videos where I showcase each drum individually through a few more tunings actually, I've put links to those videos in the description below. And if you want to check out some of the earlier videos from the Snare Saturday series, I put a link to the playlist in the description below, and I'll also have it pop up right here to make it a bit easier for you. Finally, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. That way it makes it a little bit easier for others to find it. And that is it. Thank you so much for checking out this video on can you hear the difference between a chrome over aluminum and chrome over brass snare drum? And until next time, see you later.